Welcome to the Queendom, the entertaining ramblings of a single millennial woman trying to figure out adulting. We talk about life, love, sex, and everything in between. What is up? What is up? Welcome back, everyone. Welcome back to another episode. As y'all know, it's always an interesting time in the Queen's Court. I'm going to let everyone introduce themselves. Sam, if you'll start.
Hello, everyone. My name is Samantha Odoyale, and I'm really happy to be back sitting on this throne here.
Yes, it's our favorite sub, baby. Let's go.
I'm a formally trained submissive, have been a submissive for 11 years, and a kitty, and I'm just happy to be here. Happy to be here.
Love it. Nay Boogie.
Nay Boogie with the hoodie. What it do? Your favorite pothead.
And our special guest for the evening.
Hello, everyone. I'm Daddy Heff, professional dominance and ambassador of debauchery.
Ambassador of debauchery. We love to hear it. Mm-hmm. So I had the beautiful pleasure of meeting Daddy Heff at the Exotica Expo. So you guys have already heard that episode where I gave y'all kind of a rundown of all the things that happened. Well, I couldn't give y'all all the things it was a lot that happened at the expo. But you guys heard a lot about, my experience at the expo. It was such an amazing experience, something I highly encourage everyone to take part in at some point in their life.
Exactly.
Because man, it's a lot. It's just a lot to take in and go several times, because I promise you're gonna miss something the first time. So you need to go several times. So I personally have been following you for quite some time, sir. Mm-hmm. And as I told you when we met at the expo, that when I first started to learn about BDSM, of course, I was looking for people who look like me, because I was like, the more I started to learn, I was like, I don't feel like the experience is technically the same for other cultures as it is for ours. So I was so happy when I ran across people such as yourself and Tayomi and other amazing, Black people who are a part of the lifestyle. And so my first question is, how did you get into the lifestyle? I'm always interested to learn that about people. How did you get into the lifestyle itself?
Well, sort of twofold. Years ago when I was in the Army in Germany, I met a dominatrix, and for years she always told me that she was gonna spank me one day, and I was like, nope. Right, because I grew up getting spanked. I grew up getting my ass whooped, right? You know what I mean? By everybody, my mama, my auntie, them, and my grandmama. You know what I'm talking about? So, right. So one day I went up there by myself, and I was just like, ump it. I was meeting my boys at the club in about an hour. I was like, man, I got an hour to kill. Let me go up here. I intentionally went to go see her, and she, the safe word, went over those things, and she bent me over on the little spanking bench, and she spanked my ass, and my dick got hard. I was like, oh shit. And no, it's not. I'm like 21 at this time.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, oh shit. So then fast forward many years past that, I saw something about BDSM on Real Sex on HBO.
Real Sex to do it for you.
Real Sex. I was like, oh, that's pretty. I'm like, oh, that's what it was. So then years down the line, I went to the Sacred Sexuality Retreat. This one sister, we had a connection, and it was the break on a Saturday night, and they were like, what does everyone want to do? People were like, oh, I want to cuddle. I just want to lay here and talk. I was like, I want to get spanked. So she was right behind me, and I was being defiant all day on purpose. And she had this little riding crop, and she spanked me. She took me. That was my first time in the subspace. And then so fast forward a few years at Sex Down South, I had made a connection with Jess and Jasmine. And her and I and King Noir, we were all cool, along with Taomi, because I got to see Taomi direct something they were doing, and she showed me the film, and then I actually met them at Sex Down South. And Jasmine and I, we really built up a bond. So Jess and Jasmine, she was like, trying to think, was it the first time we met or the second time? No, the first time we met was, I'm trying to remember. So we were at the Big Bang, and she was like, She was like, Heff, bend your ass over. I was like, oh shit. So I just pulled my pants down and she spanked me. She spanked me using her hand spanking technique. I was like, oh shit. Right. So fast forward a couple more years, this one brother who I was associated with, he was a Dom. And he had this education piece and we were connected on some business stuff. He was like, Heff, why don't you try to look at becoming a male Dom? I was like, well, what does that entail? He was sort of giving me a rundown. And I've seen some stuff perform at shows and things. I was like, oh, that's cool. I'm willing to learn that because, what I do naturally with my career, my profession, and my business, it's really very fluid in what I've done. Like I've been around the swingers lifestyle ever since 2000. So it was just an easy transition. Like, oh shit, I just learned one more skill to add to my pleasure tool chest and on my pleasure resume. So as I started exploring more into becoming a Dom and what that entailed, and really like just reading articles, going to training, getting mentorship by Jess and Jazz and the King Noir and other Doms who I was connected with because of Exotica, it really gave me sort of like an extra push fast forward that I really don't know how the other Doms have. I'm just speaking from my point of view. So I got to learn, get some mentorship, learn different skills and things like that. So, but most importantly, really learn to focus on consent, boundaries, and I learned this hand spanking technique called booty tenderloin activation. So pretty much it is a play on the hand spanking technique that Jess and Jasmine did on me, right? Mm-hmm. And as I was, I was showing her, she really showed me how to do it. And then there was this one part of the booty, one part of the ass that I kept impacting on one of my play partners. And I did it multiple times. Somebody said, don't stop. So I did it. And she not only she had an orgasm, she had an orgasm and she squirted. I was like, oh shit. All right. So the next night, did it again. Squirted and orgasm again. I was like, oh shit. I'm like. And so I've done some energy work with Tantra and stuff. I have some Tantra training and I've learned some techniques over the years through a lot of my soul family that I'm connected with who are Tantra masters and really understand the thing about healing and using energy to heal and transfer of energy for pleasure and all kind of stuff like that, right? So I'm just like, hold up. I can incorporate my place I come from, unconditional love, trust for myself, right? And I could just meet a woman like this. And if there's a connection, we just establish immediate trust. People would be blown away. They'd be like, how do you know her? I'd be like, no, I just met her like 3 minutes ago. They'd be like, what? They're like, how are you making this connection? Because I come from a genuine space that I'm fully clear. Like I don't have no ego, right? My pride ain't in the way, right? I'm fully here in my own divine bliss, pleasure, in my own trust, in my own connection with source, all kind of things. So that's who I naturally am. Anyone who knows me, if you met me, I'm the most people like you're the most positive person. They're like we'll never know you upset. I'm like, for what? That's upstream thoughts. Like I'm really big in tuning the law of attraction. Abraham Hicks, Reverend Ike, you know what I mean? Like all these ascended masters who are really going through things that allow me for my personal self as my development into becoming the man I am now. So then I incorporated that into BDSM. And so, that's one of my things. Like I tell women that I take them on a journey, right? We're just not having a play scene. I'm gonna take you on a journey. So that's whether we have a demo on the floor at Exotica or we have a full blown out session. It's going to be the time that you're with me. By the time you leave me, you're going to be a much different person than when you just, hey, what's up? Can you spank me? Sure. If it's just a 5-minute spanking or paddling or flogging or whatever, when you leave me, you're not going to be the same.
As a person who has experiences, I will definitely agree to that statement which is very true. Like even, the first day meeting you, you do give off a very positive vibe, very good energy, and it's very easy to feel comfortable and trusting with you. And also you can tell that you're confident and secure in your knowledge and your expertise, which also helps, aid in that comfortability in such an arena where trust is a really, really huge part of the lifestyle. Like being able to trust a person that they're going to care for you in these situations and in these scenes is extremely, extremely important. You don't want to just run into this with just any old body. And, you know, because a lot of things can happen. So you have to be safe, and trust is one of the main foundations. And speaking to, you know, your spanking technique with the booty tenderloin, I have sat in on one of your classes before virtually. And let me tell y'all something. It is very interesting to sit in on these classes and see the technique and even see the reaction of your play partner when you're demonstrating the techniques. And it is very intriguing. Very, very much so intriguing. So I know with the, you know, when I was at Exotica, I asked for a flogging because I'm sorry, listen, to know that Daddy Heff is an impact play specialist in my books and not take that opportunity to be like, hey, can I experience this? Is that would be shameful. So therefore, very much.
You be cheating yourself and be mad at the end.
Exactly. So I'm so happy that I asked. I don't know why I waited to the last day. No, I do know why I waited to the last day. But
that was the best thing.
Right. I was like, no,
the first 2 days.
It was so much going on. It was way too much going on. So the last day, definitely. And one thing I do want to notate is that the three of us, the three ladies here, we all are at very different levels of the lifestyle. So as you heard, Samantha, 11 years in, she has a lot of experience. I have absolutely fallen in love with her. And we met via social media during the pandemic and have really had some great conversations about being submissives and things of that nature. Nay is a really great friend of mine, and she is she's a baby in this. Look, when I say a baby, like she is just learning terminologies and different things about herself and figuring out things that interest her and everything like that. Whereas myself, I have been researching for a few years. I've gone to a dungeon. I've gone to some classes. I've sat in some virtual classes. Definitely follow Jet Set and Jasmine and King Noir. And of course, you know, Tayomi has been on the show. And then of course, she is the main reason I was at Exotica. So it is so, I don't know, it is so much. Y'all, I need y'all to ask questions because my brain is going a million miles a minute because, you know.
That's okay. I do want to make mention of the fact that you did mention work in impact play, and that is so important. So when I became who I am because of my spiritual journey. So when I talk to folks that are interested in BDSM and kink, I let them know right off the bat that you are not just going to get the whitewashed version of kink from me. I'm an abhorrent and I practice Ifa. And I am a Reiki master, and, you know, I believe in energy work, and that is my life. And so it's so important that anyone interested, whether they are submissive, a dom, a brat, or whoever, understand that it is much more than someone beating you, paddling you, spanking you, doing these things. It is an energy exchange. And so for me, I am, you know, I share often with the folks because I also coach couples and singles on healthy BDSM spiritual balance. And so one thing that I do make mention is that I had breast cancer 3 years ago, and it was traumatizing. So I tell people I have been through enough pain. I've been through enough. Like my body has gone through a physical transformation, even though it was traumatic, it was also at the same time very beautiful. And so it is important, if I am considering a dominant that is into impact play, that they understand that it is all energy for me. And I am still healing. I'm a healer that is healing. And you being the person that is controlling that energy, it's important that you are exactly what you said, clear. Because if you're not, you can trigger certain things within me that could cause trauma. And that's and we're spiritual people, you know, having human experiences, and impact play can be an energy elevator, and it can also be crippling if done wrong, if done irresponsibly. So
yes,
I really do admire the work that you do. And I wanted to tell you that. So when Irene said, you want to come on? I'm like, I just want to, you know, I can tell just by watching certain things that you've done that there is energy happening there, and you feel safe. And that is why, you know, we all agreed before we came to ghetto ass earth that we would meet the people that we meet along the way, no matter how talented or beautiful or whatever. And so what you're doing is healing people. You're changing people's minds. You're healing them. You are elevating folks that are not woke yet. And that's important. You know, the body is fleeting, but the energy still continues. And so that's so important, the work that you do. And so, you know, I just think it needs to be done responsibly. So my question for you is, do you mentor other potential doms? Like, because, you know, that comes up where people are like, how do I learn? And you've mentioned some really amazing mentors. Do you also mentor folks?
You know what? And I'm gonna be honest with you. Honestly, I've had several people ask me, I really have to have the time for it, right? Because even though, I mean, this isn't, I just don't dom full time. Like, this is, I mean, it's not part time for me. It's just either I'm doing it or I'm not. You feel what I'm saying? So really, like, my main priority is the Heff's lifestyle and Pink Heff's Black Heft. So that's my main priority. That's what I do all day, every day. And I have to be mentally ready to deal with the process of mentoring someone. Not saying I won't, but it's just it's something that to me it's almost like taking on a submissive, right? Like it's gonna be a lot. I gotta provide a lot of time. Like I don't know. Like I don't know if I energetically and vibrationally, if I would be at this point in time, if I would be a good mentor for anyone, right? And I tell people that I'm like, yo, I'm gonna be honest with you. People are like, can you mentor me? I'm like, let me explain to you. Not that I don't want to, but I'm just vibrationally, energetically, I'm just not there.
But that's good that you know yourself well enough to be honest about that situation. Because even in mentorship, I think it's very important that a person knows themselves well enough, because you know how much you can give of yourself to a person. And when you're mentoring, you do have to give of yourself. It is very much a servitude position, or a service position to be in, to mentor a person. So that's definitely good. Nate, did you have any questions before I continue?
Not yet, but if I have a question now, I'm just here for the info.
Yeah, I have to make sure I check in with Nate, because Nate will take everything in and just kind of be there. And I'll be like, but do you have questions and stuff? So she has this journey of this show. That's the one thing I love about being able to have a platform like this, is because not only is it a journey for myself of learning different things and being able to meet different people, have different amazing conversations, but I also can, bring my friends along and share in this journey. So what are some key things that you would say are important for anyone who's looking to get into the lifestyle, whether even someone who has no idea where they fit in the lifestyle or anything? I know one of the big things right now is for everybody to go to bdsmtest.org and take that. But what are some key things that you would tell a person to think about, look for, or anything of that nature that's interested in the lifestyle?
Really, before you look to find a dom or a sub or something like that, I feel that you need to educate yourself. So like look around, like search online and look for people who are doing training, right? It's good to read a lot of articles, but if you find someone who's actually doing some kind of training, no matter what level you're at, whether you're at the super beginner level or the baby level, like you say, Nay is, right? Or you're at the advanced level, you can never stop learning something. You can always learn something new, even if you know how to do it. There may be a different way or technique. You be like, oh, I never tried that before. Let me see how that works, right? So you have to always be learning. Like, you always be a student in this thing. And so that's what I recommend for anyone who's thinking about coming into it. Like, it's good to be interested in it. and before you even try to apply it or feel that just because you see a video of somebody doing something, you'd be like, I'm gonna try this too, right? Because, right, you know the safety behind it. Do you know if that's a hard limit or if that's a soft limit for them? You know, like, do you realize that BDSM, there's no gray area, there's no middle ground, like, oh, it's okay, I messed up, but you're good. It's either enjoyable, pleasurable, pain, fun, or it's in a hospital or in the back of a police car, right? So, you know, so that's why training is very key, and you know, learning things. You know what I mean? So,
So along those lines, I wanted to ask you. So I've always been a monogamous submissive. I can only submit exclusively. So
yes.
how do you balance that with any personal relationships that you have going on while you're, having events where people are, because, I'm just being honest, and I'm speaking for the subs out there that are extremely monogamous. The thought of another woman submitting or receiving anything from my dominant makes me want to pounce on them. And I just, and I normalize that because a lot of us think that, a lot of folks that I speak to think that BDSM is very much a poly, experience. And that is not always the case for some of us. Some of us are monogamous and exclusivity is important. And so how do you balance that when you have a personal relationship with someone? How do you make them feel safe because, your energy is shared?
Well, me, I'm very honest with every woman who comes into my life, whether it's, I have a primary partner. We've been in an open relationship for now over 11 years, right? So I let everyone know, like, if you're interested in becoming a sub for me, like, here's my life. Like, there's certain part of, unless you're asking, like, if you didn't ask about it, I'm not gonna tell you, right? But me, I'm very upfront. Like, if you want to know something, like, I tell people there is no gross assumptions with me. Like, I'm an open book. If you ask me a question, I'm gonna tell you. Or I'm gonna be honest with you, like, yo, this is what I am. Like, this is who I am. I deal with women on a regular basis every day. I have an all natural sexual supplement pill for women that I created back 10 years ago. So I deal with women all the time. Like, I have women who I love, not love romantically, but I have women who are my soul sisters, and those are my divine goddesses in my life that I genuinely have love for. So I tell them, like, yo, here's my life. You make a choice. Like, if it's your intention to become my sub, tell me why you want to be my sub. I want to know why you want to be my submissive and the value that you're going to add to my life, right? And understand this: whatever you do, do not rock the boat. Do not cause any issues or problems with me in my home life. Because me personally, if the shoes are flipped, I'm not going to do that to you. So if I see that you may have this, we're going to have a conversation, right, about your actions. And just, for me, I can't do this anymore, right? Because I'm doing this to help you, right? But also to help me, because if I see something that I feel is troubling, or if you don't really tell me about how you really feel, and you made a choice to enter into a dynamic with me, then you have to own your choice and be cool with it. If not, don't have a conversation with me, and let's try not to let other factors affect, what I'm saying, our connection.
Okay. And I think that's something kind of important, like Samantha said, like, because I've met a lot of people who make assumptions about what the lifestyle entails.
Yes.
And boy, I swear TikTok is an interesting place for that too, because woo. Yeah. See the things that I've seen, I'm like, oh my God, y'all gonna get somebody hurt out here. It's absolutely crazy. Which is why anytime I can, especially on TikTok, even with their community guidelines, I do my best to always tell people, like, do your research, look up, because one of the things is I actually met someone who is what I call my pure romance sister, because I've been doing pure romance sexual health education for over 12 years now. And she has been in lifestyle for a long time, and she invited us out to a class at a dungeon here in Orlando. And so that's one of the first things that I always encourage people to do. Look, do your research. Google, see if there's a dungeon around you. Majority of the dungeons have classes. They teach classes. You'll be able to talk to someone and possibly experience some things. I got to experience wax play while I was there. I saw some rope technique while I was there, cupping, a couple of different things that they showed while there. Some of the stuff I was like, okay, that might be a little bit too much for me, a little far.
What's cupping?
Cupping. So typically it's a glass. They'll take like a glass cup. They light like a cotton ball that has alcohol on it. They light it and they heat up the cup, and then they put it on your skin, and it causes suction. Yeah. Now, the cool thing about it is it's actually a technique that is also used by chiropractors sometimes.
Okay. I've seen that, and still I'm like,
it creates an interesting sensation. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, oh
yeah, and it can pull out toxins too.
Right.
But how long does it stay up? It sounds like an odd question, but like when it's suction, suction is going up in the glass, like because I've seen it. It's like chiropractor's office. But how long does it stay there?
Until you take it off. I mean, I don't think there's a time. Yeah, I think it's until you take it off, but you don't want to leave it on there super, super long, because that pressure can, cause bruising and bust blood vessels and stuff like that. So you have to be kind of mindful of that. But it does create a very, very interesting sensation. So does wax play, wax play is something that I want to revisit. Mainly because, and this speaks to the whole trust thing. The relationship I was in at the time when I went to this particular class, where I got to try these different things, was not one built on trust. And I feel like that's part of the reason why, with some of the things I did try out there, my experience was not the best, because even though there was a professional there showing us how to do the things, it's just I wasn't fully in it, because I just couldn't wholeheartedly trust him. And at that moment I knew, we are not going to be able to partake in said lifestyle, because the trust is not there. Like, I don't trust you with my safety. I barely trust you with my orgasm. So
that's very important, right? Because it's the trust factor. Like, if you don't feel that individual can keep you safe or they can protect you, you can't trust them, right? So the trust issue is if you want to know why people can't really relax, is because there's a trust. Like, there's that barrier of like, right, I'm here, but my whole back I don't want to dive all the way in. Like, no, yo, this is, but that's, man, you said a mouthful there.
Yeah, it makes a difference, because something that what I have realized, especially with having different experiences with different people, is the trust can change the way something feels tremendously. Where, being even something as simple as bondage, when dealing with bondage, if I can't trust you, then I'm going to be anxious the entire time. I'm not going to feel comfortable and be able to relax and just be in the moment, because now my mind is racing with what you gonna do next, and when they gonna let me out, and all these other questions start to come up. Whereas with someone I can just be free with, especially for someone like me who deals with anxiety and deals with panic attacks and all those kind of things, and my brain is always constantly going, the comfort in being able to fully relax and release with a person, you know what I mean, regardless of whether or not you're actually participating in BDSM or just any type of sexual activity in general, can really change the experience from being one that's a little bit stressful to one that's completely enjoyable, and you have the most amazing orgasm and things of that nature that you have never felt before. So That makes a huge difference.
You're so right. You said so much there, and it brings me to say, anybody listening to this, please don't be in such a rush that you end up cheating yourself out of an experience that could be elevating and healthy and healing and intimate. Do not be in such haste to kneel for a person before you have to know. And I think, Daddy Heff said that in the beginning, you have to know what you like, who you are. You have to be comfortable with who you are and expressing what you are not okay with. And that is important because you'll get hurt. I'm not talking just physically, because some of us, we are built to withstand pain, even though we should not have to. We should not have to. We are so hyper strong sometimes that makes it difficult for us to be submissive, because generationally, we have always been taught that we must be so strong. And there is strength in submission that you have no idea about, because you are holding on to trauma and the idea that we must somehow be stronger than the average person. That's a lie. So don't be so quick to kneel for a person. And then you may run across experiences with the special guest here that changes your whole idea of what kneeling and submission and energy and all of that looks like. And it's all divine. And because he has told you that he comes with no ego, that is also very important, because there are a lot of people that are in dom roles that do have egos, because they are hurting. Some of them are hurting. And you know what? The old saying, hurt people hurt people. So healthy is important. Do not be in such a rush to submit. Don't be in such a rush to the title of a dom. That is earned. That is an earned divine title. All of it is an earned divine. Because every I submit to, I elevate them to God, because that's what we are. We are gods. We are goddesses, and we are gods. So I'm going to elevate you to God, and not everybody deserves that elevation. Not everybody has earned it.
As a person who I wholeheartedly definitely identify as a switch, and to get me out of a dominant space, it take you, once again, energy. It takes the right energy. Like look, just because you walk in beating your chest don't mean nothing to me, sweetheart. I promise you, I'll show you real quick. I can beat my chest a little bit louder than you, but not damn a little bit. I can beat my chest a lot louder than you. So I don't do that. But a lot of people don't understand that. So I do have one quick question for you, Daddy Heff. With impact play, there are so many different ways to participate in impact play. What is your top one, like your absolute favorite impact play method?
Hand spanking.
Hands.
And then behind that, the paddle.
Listen, y'all. Okay. Eventually, I'm going to post all the videos I have, because I have not. Y'all don't know half of the stuff I have on my phone from that weekend. But you did a paddling session. I don't know who this chick was, but I heard the first hit and I turned around and I was like, oh no, I gotta go watch this. It was one of the most beautiful. Listen, it was one of the most beautiful things I have ever seen in my life. First off, she had yams out the. Listen,
yes.
I don't think you would have heard it if she didn't have the aims.
These are facts. These are facts. But baby, I was like, oh. And then I saw the paddle.
That was a real chocolate thing with that big booty, right? Ooh, good guy, yes.
Let me tell you. Listen. It was so beautiful. I was like you. I think you can hear me in the video, like, ooh. Because somebody was like, it sounded like you really enjoyed that. I was like, look, let me tell you something, okay? Listen, it looks like it probably felt amazing. I chose the floggers. If I ever get a chance again, I'm definitely gonna choose the paddle though, because that was a very interesting sight. I was like, you know what? That might, because I will say this. It will be very interesting to see how I feel about it in this type of situation, considering when I was in junior high school, they used to paddle us for punishment.
Listen.
So, right. And now I'm over here like, all right, let's go.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, how the tables have turned.
That's right. That's right.
Okay, so hand, listen. Okay, I will say this. I have had someone. I at least I don't believe they use your technique because I have a high tolerance for pain though in certain aspects, which I feel like you were kind of surprised by when you were vlogging me because I was looking at the video and you kind of made this look like, wait a minute now, she's not moving. But it was fun. I enjoyed it. But what are some key things to think about when you're using your hand, if you don't mind sharing?
Oh, well, you want to always start soft and gradually build up. Like you don't want to pow. You're not trying to pay number one as the person who's spanking. I'm not trying to hurt my hand. No, at all. So if I feel that it's getting to be too much, I'm stopping and I need to work on my hands a little bit because I'm not. The worst thing in the world is to be done with after spanking someone and your hands and wrists are hurting. Nah, I mean, I don't want that feeling. That's not a good sensation. So always start gradual, right? And just you don't have to kill it first, right? Just start slow. See what the reaction is, right? Sit back, watch them, right? Talk to them in the ear. Be like, would you like one more? And they say yes. Ask me for another one, right? Because what you're doing is just call and response. Mentally, they're like, oh my God. Then you spank a little bit more, and then you just sit back and watch them. They're gonna want you to keep going. And remember, here's the thing: you know, you don't do it when they're ready. You do it when you're ready. All right. So maybe I'll keep the bottle waiting for 2 minutes. She has the blindfold on, or she has the hood on. She don't know when to expect it. But it's the anticipation, right? It's the anticipation, like wherever the mind goes, the body follows. So like take one there where they can like, I need that again. Like, you sure you want it? Beg for it then. All right,
not to beg like, for it.
Beg for it. Like, why not?
Listen, because it's only the bread and meat that's like, you want me to what?
I'm like, you want me to continue, right? Okay, I'm just asking. Because if you don't want me to continue, then I'll just stop. We can be done.
Oh, that's terrible. That is definitely a technique I have used on somebody's son. Jesus, look at. I feel like they're gonna hear this and they're gonna be like, like, hey.
I hope they hear it. They should.
Oh yeah, it received, when they saw the video, it received a very interesting response.
Oh
yeah. So they was like, you look like you was enjoying that. I was like, I was. Like, ain't no look. No. That was a wonderful experience. It was like, all right, don't worry about it. I took notes. I was like, oh Lord. All right. I'll see what happens here next time.
And you know, and really, I'm really starting to fall back in love. I'm falling in love with learning to flog. Like when I intentionally learned how to do a Florentine technique, because I seen people do it. I wanted to learn it. Like, oh shit. Once I learned how to do it, then it's like, which flog am I going to use? You see what I'm saying? I was like, damn, which one now? Like, I want to use a heavy one.
There's so many different ones.
So many different ones. It's like a corner, like that's why I get myself in trouble, and I purposely stay away from the dungeon area because I go by there and I see like 1 or 2 floggers. I'm like, oh my God, I gotta have it. Like, hold up, sir. You got a weight limit on your bags. Going back home.
That weight limit be something serious now.
Yeah, like I'm waiting for. In fact, you know what I ordered 2 floggers from Ukraine. That's why I love Etsy. Etsy, shouts out to Etsy. They had the things. They had the things for a good price. And I looked at the reviews. I was like, I'm just waiting for it to come in because I have a lot of like suede floggers.
Mm-hmm.
I built up my connection, but now I need my collection of pure leather floggers. You know what I'm saying? Like I have a big one, but I'm just getting my collection of those. You know, you got to be well rounded. I just can't. I got some of the most amazing, but like, hold up, like this honestly is my favorite one right here. This.
Ooh.
Oh my god! But that's for anyone who can take this. But most people can take it. It doesn't have to be hard. Right? So even with flogging, this looks intimidating because people see the studs on the end, right? But it doesn't have to be. It can be used for sensation, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right. You know, after getting this was negotiated in after having much impact with either a paddle or a hand, you just take this and rub it on the area. Right. Right.
That would,
yep. Mm-hmm. That would do it. That would, yep. Mm-hmm.
Etsy is amazing, though. I can attest to Etsy being amazing from the Ukraine, though. Everything that I love has come from the Ukraine. Like everything that I love, and and adding to. I bought some pure leather ankle cuffs, and I've never enjoyed. They were beautiful from the Ukraine.
Mm-hmm.
And so I ended up having, because I love gold. I'm not allowed spiritually. I can't wear silver. So they even customized it to put like gold, O-rings on it. And I was like, oh, this is beautiful. Ukraine, it just takes forever. And you'd be like waiting. Like,
yeah.
But those are the ones that you showed in the video, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
But once it comes, oh my God, they are beautiful. Like this the first time I've ordered. I have some floggers that came from Japan, and I was thinking the other day, I'm like, man, where's my twins at? So I got to go in my storage unit, my storage house out back, because I think that's where they're at. I got to bring them out because it's time for them to come out. Like they need this.
Y'all, I told myself I wasn't finna spend money like I sell drugs no more. Y'all about to have me buying stuff, Lord. Future husband, just know we gonna have a whole dungeon.
Listen, I want that electric one. That I want that. I need it.
Did you try the electric one that what's her name? Honestly, Nate had that was like right down from you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. We'll see. I see, and so that's why, like, me creating a new page, Daddy Heff, is like it's still a work in progress because this is my old King Heff page is dedicated. I had BDSM in there, but that's my original Instagram page for 2012. So if you go way down at the bottom, way down, you'll see like the first pictures I ever posted when Instagram was just a photo app, and it before Facebook owned them. You see what I'm saying? And when only iPhone users could have access to it, right? So it's some beautiful pictures. But then once I started getting the BDSM, I was just like, why make a new page? But should have made a new page by then, but that was the universe kicking me in my balls. Like, I told you, you weren't listening. So now you're gonna feel it. So, I had like almost 20,000 followers, and then IG deactivated that page and I had to start all over. But like
haters.
I know, but I'm gonna start posting like, probably starting tomorrow. I'm gonna start posting the different things. Like I'm gonna post this on my page and tell people about the sensation behind this. I'm gonna post the violent one on there, the violent one kit, where people can go to the Pink Heff site and actually purchase. They can go if they want all the electrical stuff. You can just go to my website and purchase it. Right, especially now since I got 25% off for my birthday. Since my birthday month, so
come on, birthday month.
Yeah. So
happy birthday to you.
Oh, in advance. I'm not. This not. This is still Leo season. I'm a Virgo. Yes, ma'am. But thank you so much.
There you go.
Listen, August.
I am obnoxious about my birthday. I start at the beginning of Gemini season, and I do not end to the end of June because my birthday is June 13th. I am absolutely obnoxious. So
I celebrate. Like I'm still celebrating my birthday from last year. I celebrated all the way up until 11:59, August 24th at 11:59 p.m.
There it
As you
is.
should. As you
Right.
should.
Respectfully.
Yeah.
I just want you to know that it doesn't exist during March 22nd to April 21st. It just doesn't.
Well, I don't. What doesn't exist?
Your birthday celebrations not existing during that time.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe for you, but for me, it is. It's 360. I celebrate it all year. I take birthday trips all year.
Period. I'm trying to be like you when I grow up.
Right.
Because listen.
But is that Gemini season?
Well, no, for me, it's Gemini season.
What's yours? You said March.
Aries.
What's that?
Aries.
Oh Lord.
Oh, not the old Lord.
No. I love Aries. No.
I came from a Virgo. I came from a Virgo, so yeah.
Beautiful. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, my baby kitty, she's an Aries, so yeah.
I'm a Gemini. Everybody seems to hate us, but love us at the same time.
I love
like
my son is a Gemini, June 3rd. I'm October 10th, so we're the best sign ever, Libras. So I mean, we're just the best. I mean, you're blessed because you know us.
I love her.
My son's a Gemini too. He's June the 1st, but I'm a Libra moon, if it matters.
I don't. She Nate knows all that. She did my birth chart. I'd be like, okay, I don't know what that means, but all right. But all right, y'all. So we have come to the end of the show. Hopefully, Daddy Heff, you'll come back on and bless us again with some more information. Because I don't know about y'all, but I feel like I took in a lot tonight. So I'll let everybody, introduce themselves again. Tell us where we can find y'all on social media. If y'all got anything going on, we'll start off with you, Sam.
Thank you so much for having me, Daddy Heff. It was a pleasure to actually engage with you here. Thank you, Irene. I love you so much.
I love you too.
And you can find me on TikTok at Goddess Treasure Box or on Instagram at She's So Effin' Sassy. So yeah.
And make sure y'all hit up because baby, she got some beautiful waist beads. Baby, the thigh garters. Yes, honey. And the anklets, let me tell you, they look real nice next to somebody's son's face. So
wow. I need to check those. I need to check those. Do you have pictures of those beside someone's son's face?
I can definitely get you. I got you. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
I got you.
I'm interested in seeing that.
I got you.
I'm interested in that thigh garter now that I've been seeing it. Like,
I know what is. I want to know what that looks like. I'm curious.
I'll send you the video I did for her when I advertised.
Oh, okay.
That looks interesting. Sorry, thought process. But it's Nay Boogie with the hoodie on TikTok and Nay Boogie 88 on Instagram, Twitter, and Snapchat. Like I said, I'm everybody's favorite pothead.
Oh, nice. Do you prefer indica or sativa?
I actually prefer a hybrid, but if I had to pick one of the two, it'd probably be a sativa.
Got you.
Yeah, indica have you stuck. Jesus.
Indica will have you stuck, but indica is good to put you to sleep, but sativa for regular everyday life.
Indica is great to going to sleep and waking up and meditating too. Perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect high.
All right.
Indeed.
And then how can they find you, Daddy Heff?
On Instagram, Daddy Heff _, Twitter, Daddy _Heff. I'll be in Detroit performing at the the Detroit Erotic Art Expo. It's the 2nd anniversary, and I'm gonna be in Detroit performing.
Nice.
After that, I'll be in Atlanta for Sex Down South performing there, and then I'm performing in Houston, Texas on September the 11th, and then I'll be back at Exotica in Edison, New Jersey, October, the 2nd weekend in October.
Yeah, I think it's like the 24th. There's something. Yeah, it's somewhere in there. Yeah.
One of them.
Will you be at the one that's going to be in DC?
Hell yes.
Okay, that's all right.
Let me tell you, DC goes. I'm gonna just say this, y'all. If anyone ever asks me what Exotica should they come to, I'm gonna tell them DC.
Say less. Thank you. That's 45 minutes away. Thank you.
Let me tell you, But DC, man, let me tell you, out of my gathering and experiencing being in places, the 3 cities where the people are truly about that life, super about it, is DC, Baltimore, Philly. Them three cities.
We good for something, sometimes.
She Baltimore all day.
I'm telling you, I'm telling you, listen, I done been to plenty of places around this country. Every city has their bout, but DC, Baltimore, and Philly, ready. Stay ready all the time. 24, 25, 8, 366, ready.
Baltimore's Philly's like our distant cousin. It's like the cousin that lives around the corner.
Yeah, I love it. So, yep. And then let's see what else I got on. Yeah, if you click on the link in my bio on the Daddy Heff page, or you can follow my product page, Pink Heff, the original vagina vitamin, Black Heff, the guy-dick pill. Which if you click on my link on the King Heff page, my Linktree, you'll see all those things. And I'm currently having a sale, 25% off sale off everything on the website on both Pink and Black Heffs. Coupon code Heff's B-Day.
Oh,
and that's Day. That's right. Everything site-wide except for the smokable pre-rolls. You ain't getting no discount on them things.
And listen, they got brownies and cookies and all types of goodies. I was like, look at here.
You had me a pre-roll. It don't even.
Let me tell you this. This product will change your life.
Juicy
Pussy Doodle cookie. That's all I'm gonna tell you. That'll change your life.
Yep, that face, boom, right there. Once again, for those who are listening, once y'all see the videos, y'all will understand.
Pussy noodle cookie.
The pussy doodle cookie, yes, man. Yes, juicified pussy doodle cookie, and it's plant-based too. Let's get that straight there. So it's pretty dope. Pretty great product. Oh, you just go on the Pink. Just go on the Pink Heff's page. You'll see it. Yep. Follow those pages.
Yes. All right, y'all. And of course, it is I, your girl, Irene, the Fashion Queen. You can find me across all social media as such: TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. Although I don't do much on Facebook. If y'all want to really keep up with all the tea, TikTok is where you should be. And Instagram is mostly where I keep up with my stuff. So I will not be in New Jersey, but I do plan to try and make it to DC for Exotica. Listen.
Let me tell you, look, y'all two witnesses. Let me tell you, you better come to DC. That's all.
Okay. You know what? I'm gonna do my damnedest. I'm gonna be in DC. That is the plan, to be in DC. So
because you got natives in Baltimore, so you might as well connect.
Yeah. No, don't worry about that. I'm going. I'm 45 minutes away.
I'm there for sure.
So
it's only 45. That's just straight up $295 for me. That ain't nothing. I'm cut.
She coming. So my plan is to be in DC. And of course, y'all know y'all can hit up the queendomme.com, TheQueendomme.com for your copy of Vacation, as well as the Vacation merch. And the new book is on its way. Y'all, I got so much stuff coming. Just keep up with your girl and you'll see what's popping.
I was doing some reading of your book with a sub who I was having a session with, and she had the hood on. She was relaxing, and it was story time. And I had the wand up against her clit, and she couldn't come. I was reading the story to
her.
Jesus.
I know.
Oh, that's
What chapter were you reading when this happened? I'm just wondering. Like, what chapter were you on when this happened?
I can't remember. Sorry, but it was. Every chapter is really, the whole book is very interesting. A great read.
Thank you. Read. I appreciate that.
Mm-hmm.
I appreciate it. But thank y'all so much for coming. As usual, I will talk to y'all next week. Bye-bye.
Bye.